Hello everyone, Duke here with part 1 of a new series for this channel as we return to Napoleon Total War, and we are going to be jumping into another campaign of the Coalition today. We're going to be playing Prussia. It's just screamed out to me to do this one. The last campaign I did in this game was Austria, which was an absolute fight for survival, and I'll be curious to see how Prussia compares to that, because they're in a similar situation to Austria in that they're Central Europe, although here we won't be bordering the Ottomans and juggling a French and Ottoman invasion at the same time. So that's going to be quite interesting, and hopefully we'll be able to just keep France at bay for a while and kind of stop him from becoming a juggernaut, and hopefully at the same time Russia won't be too aggressive. We'll just have to hope for that, because we're going to be playing on very hard, you know, it's going to be quite chaotic what happens on the diplomacy front. Looking at our victory objectives, I'm not in love with the victory objectives for this, but world domination is 60 regions, and I'm not really, I don't really want to do 60 regions in this game. So we're going to do 25 regions, and we've got to have these regions here. We need to, and it's fine in terms of, it makes sense for Germanic expansion. It's just, it doesn't feel in line with like the campaign of the Coalition. It feels like you're fighting your allies more than you're fighting France. But hey ho, it is what it is. I think all these regions here I'll aim to own under the Prussian Black, but anything else that we conquer outside of this I'll probably try and liberate and have like protectorates and things. I think that'd be more fun. That's what I like to do in this game, to be honest. I like to have more protectorates than I do map painting, unless perhaps I was playing as France. Anyway, let's jump into it. I will be playing, like I say, very hard, and let's just see how we get on. I'll let the intro advisor play out her little dialogue as well. See what she has to say.
The unstoppable armies of Napoleon are a great threat to all Europe. But for now, Prussia should keep their own council. Britain, Austria and Russia have requested you join the war effort against Napoleon. But for now, the king prefers to observe the progress of the conflict from afar before acting decisively one way or the other, as German states may be under threat from both France and Austria. As the leading German nation, it is up to Prussia to protect the sovereignty of those states. Perhaps it would be better to annex them yourself to guarantee their independence from French imperialism. The best strategy is to build your armies up to full strength whilst France and Austria fight it out, then ally with the power who best serves Prussian interests. All the while, the Russian bear looms in the east, eager to sweep the German-speaking parts of Poland into its mighty paw. Whatever happens next, delaying for too long will result in the destruction of Prussian possessions across its rightful homelands, something that must not be allowed to happen.
Cool. That's actually pretty sage advice, I must say. I think the only thing I disagree with, only because of mechanics and how the gameplay works on very hard rather than strategy. France does tend to blow east like super fast and super aggressively. So I don't think we'll have the luxury of time of just sitting back and waiting. So we'll see. We've got a little mission there to make a drill school. I mean, yeah, we can do that. So we start off not at war with France. We're quite unique as one of the coalition powers, because historically, at this point, Prussia wasn't at war. We're staying neutral, and that's where we're staying for a while, I think. What shall we research? We start with, what do we have? That's not very helpful. How can you see what regions? I guess I'll just cycle through them. I can't actually find a list of regions. So we have 5 regions, 6, 7. Yeah, so we've got Berlin, Stettin, Breslau, Danzig, Königsberg, Warsaw, and I think Cleves? Yeah, Cleves are here. Okay, let's be real. This is not going to last. I'm almost tempted to disband everything here. Just keep the money. I know it seems a bit cold, but there's no way that we can hang on to this, realistically. Because France is obviously going to declare war on us. It's obviously going to declare war on us. So let's try and get trade with everyone. I could even try with France, but I don't think that's going to work. Charming a young lady. Alright, mate. Request trade agreement. Yep, Britain. Yeah, you know it makes sense. And Spain I can't, so we'll leave it there. Hessen? Oh, they definitely want to trade, surely. Good. Good. It feels weird. I feel like I should be asking for map information, but that doesn't exist in this game. I could also be asking for money. I just am a bit... I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to do it. No, but that is the wise thing to do. If you're playing the game yourself, try and get a bit of money for trade agreements when possible. I'm just being lazy. Don't be like Duke. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, conscription, I don't think I want to... Well, maybe, I don't really have a choice here. I do want conscription because I do want to get... I want to level up my military quite quickly. So, yeah, I think we'll do that. Conscription. I think Prussia already had conscription by this point. Surely it did. I mean, it was an army with a state. So, yeah. Oh, we've got some cuirassiers there. Did you see that? Yeah, they're quite late game. That's pretty cool. Now, every power in this game has historic generals. And a unique one that can't die. Britain has Wellington. I think Kutuzov is Russian. Archduke Charles was Austria. We used him a lot in that campaign. And France has Napoleon, obviously. We have somewhere around here. Somewhere. Somewhere, where is he? Okay, it's Blucher. You'll probably know that already. I just can't find him. Where is he? I thought he'd just pop up one of these stats. Okay, I'm sure we'll bump into him at some point. Right, I need to review the situation. I think the first thing to usually do in this is, while you've got loads of money, go around, build all the roads, because they're never built in these games. So you always have to do this yourself. So we've done that. Maybe I won't bother with doing cleaves, because like I say, that is going to fall. I'm sure it is. That's all cleaves. I can't move out. You can't move through any regions that you're not allied or have military access with. You just can't. So I can't even pull those guys back. And as I say, I am so dead certain they're going to just come and take this, you know. What's my income at the moment? 1962. This will net us back about 1,000 a turn. No, about 800 a turn. I'm going to do it. Whether or not that was a wise move, I don't know. But I think it's given us a bit more money that is just better spent over here. I'm looking at that. That is so remote. I can't physically get there to save it unless I go to war with France. And if I'm going to war with France, they're just going to blast into it. So I'll just get it back at my own time. It's not the most valuable region in the world. Oh, do you know what I could do? I could gift it to someone. I could give it to Spain. Should I give it to Spain? That could be fun. Regions. Because France has to be at peace with Spain. If I give it to Spain. In exchange for money. Or technology? No. In exchange for money. Have that. Spanish cleaves. I bet you guys didn't see that happening in the first 10 minutes. So there you are, Spanish cleaves. That should be a little bit of a... Well, let's just see how that was. Whether that was smart or not, I don't know. But we've done it. Now we could upgrade our university and get a lot more research speed. That might be a good idea, you know, because the arms race has begun already, and we are already behind. Believe you me. So Prussians have quite good infantry, I believe. I think their general line and general stuff is good. I think they're only beaten by Britain in this game. Britain's got very highly disciplined infantry. So we've got that going for us. I've already spent all my money. Got an empty place here. I think we'll get... I've got a market here. I do not intend Berlin to be a front line. What's our situation like diplomatically? Okay, Russia's friendly. That's good. France is not. France is very not friendly with us. I think all our neighbours like us, apart from France. So that's a very good situation to be in. I think I'd like to keep that going for as long as possible. Seriously, where is Blucher? Do I have to recruit him? No. Oh, the lists. This is the page I was looking for. Oh, and this is all my regions. Yeah, here it is. Duh. It's been a while since I played this game. Alright, there he is. He's in Königsberg. Oh, he was there. I'm blind as a bat. And I did not notice that. Okay, I feel like I should move everyone west. I'm going to count on, wisely or not. Oh yeah, we are not resistant to snow. I've got to remember that. But staying on the road should keep us safe. I'm going to count on Russia not being rude. I'm going to count on them playing ball. And if I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong. I've got some... I don't really need these militias. I've got to be honest. Everyone's quite stable. So I think I'll get rid of the Landwehr. We've just got to make savings where we can, you know. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have put one of them in there. Maybe I've got another one somewhere else. Of course not. Of course I disband the only ones in the Empire. Ah, perfect. Here's one. I'm going to put one in there. Let's gather all our units to somewhere more useful. Yeah, I think we should move everything west. I really do. If Russia attacks us, that's what we're going to do. But I feel like they are friendly with us. We're not too big a power that they're going to be worried about our expansion. They've got France to worry about. So that's good. I think we need to focus on just getting the economy set up first before we start doing any more recruiting. So let's make do with the units that we have. Let's get you moved up as well. Some of these rifles. And I think we've only got one port, right? Yeah. So that's the best use for Landwehr and stuff. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm happy with things being yellow. Yellow is just as good as green for me. If a region's yellow, I'm happy to leave it. If it's yellow, let it mellow. Okay, so I think we've got all the money we can get. Ministers, let's have a look. Everything's good. We could do better with justice, I guess. Is anyone here -1% to clamour for reform? That's quite good. But sometimes you get ones that are quite good at justice stuff. I think it's got to be you. Right, in you get. So we're an absolute monarchy, which means that we can play around with this like it's our dollhouse. I think everyone's probably where they want to be. Oh, we should probably have an incorruptible guy in charge of the government. That's a good place for him to be. Something of a banker. That's one word for it. Morally impaired. Yeah, so he's fine there. I don't care about my navy guy being good, to be honest. In fact, if we have any ships, we don't. I was going to disband them. Because right now we're just not bothered about that. We can make money savings there quite easily. But we need to keep this port open because this is our lifeline at the moment. This is the only way that we trade. Without it, we don't trade. We're not going to be trading with Britain without it. So we have to keep that safe. So I'm going to put Landwehr in there. And hope that the British Navy does its job at sea to keep the French Navy away. And the Danish Navy for that matter. So hopefully the Danes and the British will keep us safe. Well, I think that's all we can really do for the first turn, unless I'm missing something. We've done diplomacy, we've done building, we've done a little bit of reorganisation, started research. Yeah, let's do it. Send the term. We will be going to war with Austria at some point. That's just unfortunately an inevitability. It's another thing. It's just what I mean about. I don't like some of the victory conditions in this game. I think Britain has the best, followed by Russia. This is excluding France, because France is totally fine, because you do want to expand into Europe. That's totally fine. But Prussia and Austria have very curious ones. They're quite, like, go to war with the coalition rather than France, which is a bit against the spirit of the game. Napoleon should be everyone's big bad. But, you know, whatever. So, let's get you into there, guys. This is my relaxation game, though. I've just finished doing Fortune Alliance with Russia. Oh, yeah, don't have to ask me twice. Confederation... Oh, sorry. Being interrupted by all these messages. The Confederation of the Rhine. Yes. Fine. So, right now, the Holy Roman Empire has been smashed, and they are now supporting the Little Corporal. So that's annoying. Winter attrition there. War declared between Ottoman. And so that always happens. I'm glad it's not us having to deal with that this time. When we were playing as Austria, that was horrific. That nearly wiped us out, I think. Anyway, yeah, this is my relaxation game. And I'm doing this after having beaten all of the original... So on Rome Remastered, I did all the historical battles on very hard. And it was hard. Surprise, surprise. So I'm relaxing now with my relaxation Total War game. This is the game I relax with. Even when it's going really hard, I just find something about it really relaxing. It's the era, the aesthetic, the music. I just love it. I like the economy in it. I like the technology system in it. Everything about it. There's not much I don't like, apart from, like I say, the objectives of some of the factions. It's just one that I can just kick back with, man. Just like it. Something warm and familiar about it. Alrighty, we need to build up these places. Wow, we are not making much money, are we? Let's get a barracks here in Berlin. Let's do that. I've got 700 to play around with here. Is there any dinky little farm we can upgrade? Oh, there's something over here. Yeah, let's Theatre or cannon factory? We can get cannons already in Berlin. And we've already got an ordnance factory there. Yep, okay, I won't do with an ordnance factory there then. That's alright. Yeah, we'll just make it a opera house. That was my tendency anyway, but I just wanted to be sure we weren't overdoing it. Right. So, France has taken Munich, Bavaria. Turns out, I found out in my Austria campaign, that's scripted. It's not like he moves an army in there and takes it. It's actually scripted to turn like that, because I liberated it first thing when I was playing as Austria, and then it turned blue. So, yeah, that's a good thing to know. But I think it's just to provide him a springboard for the AI to then start expanding into Austria, which is probably going to happen now. So, glad it's them and not me. Because that is an absolute survival horror down there, and we barely got by. Okay, we've got an army here. Policy is going quite well. Everything's fine. Going towards conscription. It's all good in the hood. Is there anything else we want to do? Got Hanover there. Good to take that. I like Hanover because I usually make that. I find that's a good place to put a supply post and a barracks, because then it's like a front line situation, or front line kind of region. Right, I'm just going to end the turn. Not too much to do. I'm going to tempt fate and just pass the time and build ourselves up a bit. It'd be really good if Britain could do something in this campaign. In my Austria campaign, they didn't do anything. They just went bankrupt and sat for ages. It'd be really good if they could do something. What I suspect is going to happen is Austria is going to get carved up by the Ottomans and the French. That's my suspicion. Whoa, another gentleman! They are way too generous with these. I could go around stealing technology, but I'm just going to maximise my research rate. Here... Ooh. Oh yeah, this is one of those choices I just don't think is a choice at all. Yeah, so you can either go the artillery one or a military one. The only good thing about the military one is, the infantry kind of one, is that it gives you more recruitment slots. But that's only useful at specific times. This is better all the time. Plus 1,000 Norwegian wealth, a wealth of technology to unlock. Yeah, it's got to be that. It's always got to be the manufacturing. It has to be. Yep, just going to move up that way. Anything else? Yeah, I might keep building up what we have here in Berlin. I might just build Berlin up, because this is easily going to be the front line. Oh, yep. Alliance with Russia. We need to get an alliance with Russia. Open negotiations. Request alliance. Perfect. And we should get money for that. Right? Right? Huh. Oh yeah, we did get the money. I think we have gotten the money. It just we didn't get a mock pop up saying we did it, but we have done it, which is good. Right, I think here, yeah, we'll get a theatre built here. That gives us 600. I don't think you can do much with 600, apart from get mugged. So I think we'll just keep moving these guys that way. Okay, but everyone's coming over here. And we just want to start making some 20 stacks over here with the infantry we have. So we have an alliance with Russia. That really lets me breathe easy on this front. Do we have one with Austria? Who are their allies? They're allied with Russia and Britain. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with allying with them, I don't think, because they're friendly with everyone here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just make sure that we're as secure as possible at home. Open negotiations. Lovely jubbly. Okay, that was easy. Someone suggested the other day doing the Ottomans in this game. I think that would be a really interesting challenge. Emphasis on challenge. I think that's going to be. I think that would be insanely difficult. But what a challenge that would be. I've always regretted that Spain were never a playable faction either. So Spain and the Ottomans you can't play as, despite them being also major nations. The Ottomans I kind of get, because they're not really... They're a bit hampered by the fact that this isn't in the game. The rest of their empire, it's a bit silly. But I don't see why Spain shouldn't be. I know they're scripted to always be allied with France, but that's only if they're the AI. I don't see why you couldn't just... You can, because it's a really interesting thing. You can either stay loyal to France and expand elsewhere, or turn on France and reverse history. You know, it's just waiting to happen. I'm sure there are, in fact, there are mods that unlock all those. Which I will look into one day. I wasn't going to do it for this. I just wanted to just boot up this game and start playing, and not bother with installing mods. I just wanted it nice and easy. I find Russia don't really do much. They're so far away from France that they don't do anything. Obviously, that army there with Kutuzov, I believe, does start doing something because it starts in Europe and moves west. But generally, once that's gone, that's kind of it. Right, restructuring the state. Our society, as much as we have come to love it, is very old-fashioned. Ever since the Crusade of the Teutonic Knights, our farmers have tilled the lands as serfs, and access to positions of influence and wealth in our state has been limited to a chosen few. We must, like other European nations, give the able the opportunity to be of benefit to the government. Reforms of trade and civil liberties are needed, lest the French force their own upon us. Fine, so we've got to research... What do we research? Classical economics. Okay. I'm going to finish conscription, and then we'll do the next one. Logistics is a good one. Replenishment rate, army movement range, supply posts. Army Corps organisation, that's going to be good. Ooh. Ooh! Austria strikes first. Look at this. The Kingdom of Northern Italy is down. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. France won't take that line down, I'll tell you that much. Right, if we get this, this will give us access to expand horse. Okay, that's not the biggest priority right now. In this game, I'm a very simple man. In this game in Empire, I'm a simple man. The bigger cannon, the better. I don't really care about horse artillery. I don't usually rearrange them once I've started battle, in fact, ever. Even though that's a totally viable strategy. I know why you would want to do it. I just never do it. I would like to get all 12-pounders, nice. And then you get to all these howitzers, which are good fun. So 12-pounders are maximum caliber. I'd gladly sacrifice the lower accuracy for more range. Having range is great. Oh, the Siegsaul. Siegsaule? That gives us minus recruitment cost, minus 5% recruitment cost for infantry. Yes, that would be good if it wasn't for the obnoxious upfront cost. So really, it would take many a recruitment to get that to pay off. Right, we should probably upgrade. Do we keep going in here? Do we just keep upgrading Berlin first? Might not be a terrible idea, you know. Maybe it's good to focus on one region specifically, get that done before focusing all your money on another. Right, this army has quite a few light infantry units. I think I'll give some away. In fact, I'm not the biggest lover of rifle units in this game. Or skirmisher units. I like Fusiliers. I like them. They're a good mix of normal infantry and light infantry tactics. I find these skirmishers they have a use, but they're so niche that they aren't always all that useful. I know exactly what they're for. They're for skirting and kiting and picking off the enemy from a distance. But well, there's no but. It's just I prefer to have a more proper line. Okay. Everything's going all right so far. Feels like the calm before the storm. Got an army in here, haven't we? Friedrich zu Hollenleher Ingelfingen. Ooh, you got some artillery. Mind you, it's horse artillery. Ugh, don't like horse artillery. Right, I'm going to make Blucher my main man. Him and Prince von Prussia. Oh, we got some 6-pounders here as well. I might as yeah, I'll recruit 1 unit of normal artillery. Like I said, I don't really like horse artillery. I think that they have... Oh, mind you. Mind you. Maybe I'm getting... Yeah, actually. I thought the horse artillery had lower stats overall for the same caliber, but they don't seem to. So screw it, I was wrong. I treated them too harshly. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. So, yeah, we'll keep that artillery. In fact, I will give Prince von Prussia's artillery to him. I might have 6 units of artillery in there, that'd be good. Artillery is really good, especially when you've got canister. In this game, you don't have to research canister, you start with it. It's not like Empire, because it's, you know, it's a century later, so you would hope everyone had it by now. Minister, yeah, all naff. Right. Ooh, oh, I thought Cleves had changed hands, but it's still yellow. I thought it turned pink or something. Right. I'm quite keen to see what the Prussian roster is going to be like. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit more interesting than the Austrian roster. I found that quite dull. It was uninspired. I think the cavalry was okay. But everything else was just... There was no special units, really. Hopefully the Prussians have some. No, yeah, let's look at this. Proper roads. Look at all this commerce. Love it. Income's gone up a little bit for that. And the other reason to build them is a replenishment rate, campaign movement speed, and +4 per turn to town wealth in the region, which adds up. So, yeah. Town wealth is, I think this. That's region wealth. Well, yeah, it's good. It's good to have. And do we now... I think, well, we still got... It would be good to keep upgrading the roads. Yeah, let's do these 2 simultaneously. It'd be good to be able to ferry men west and east as quick, you know, at speed if we ever needed to. France still not doing much. Ooh, do we do it? Do we just go for Hanover, like, preemptively? That could be fun. France is at war with everyone, aren't they? We'll get major brownie points for that. Well, yeah, let's give the cuirassiers to Blucher as well. Like that. And then 2 units of line ought to top that up quite nicely. I think we've got just too many fusiliers here. Or do we? Yeah, there's not much in it with their melee stats. It's... Morale is the same. Better range, but just 100 men less. That's the one thing. It's the 100 men less. So I will drop 1 of them to replace with a line. And then I'll top up with another 2 line from here. And I think that should be a pretty decent army. We haven't had to spend a single penny extra. That's good. And then we'll build up. We'll reorganise this time. Oh, got some grenadiers. Oh, God, yeah, we've got to give them to Blucher as well. I mean, goodness me. Rude not to. So let's go over here. Oh yeah. Oh no, that works, doesn't it? Yeah. No, I don't need to put those in there. Yeah, that works. Technology. Yeah, speeding up now. We're getting towards conscription quite quickly. Yeah, leave it there. It is suspiciously quiet. I wish they'd pick up Wellington and dump them in the Low Countries, go liberate those regions. They're such easy wins. If you liberate Brussels and Amsterdam, it takes away some satellite states from Napoleon, hems him in quite a bit. Yeah, Napoleon on very hard is one of the all-time beasts in Total War. He is obscenely powerful. It's because the auto-resolve so favours him because the morale stats, I think, of the French units are insane. Which just affect. I think that's what affects the auto-resolve. Let's start up in. I'm going to set up on the border here. Ready to strike out Hanover if France ever get a little bit funny. Well, we've only got enough money this time for one more road. Yeah, let's do all the big regions. And then here, I'll build a tax office, I think. More money. But I will keep a cantonment. It will always be good to be able to just recruit between here units in a pinch. Plus we need to get everyone controlled because I don't think conscription is going to go down very well with the plebs. So, right, let's get you some more stuff soon. But we're okay for now. Yeah, we're not making much money, but decent enough money. If I increase taxes, what's the negative effects of that? Significantly reduces wealth growth, -10 happiness to the nobility. But with an absolute monarchy, that's not the worst thing. Yeah, it doesn't make a noticeable difference. It's an extra 300 a turn. Is it worth it to affect my long-term growth right now? No. If it's an extra 1,000 or more, I could definitely sell that to myself. But right now, no. And the lower classes, I'm not going to check. They won't like it. I'm already repressing them. They're not going to like me taxing them more as well. So, okay. I'm just going to save the game in case something happens. I find this game crashes a little bit. So. One. Alley. And in the team. Ooh, you're nearly there. Oh my days. Oh my god. And there goes Napoleon. Well, definitely, if he's busy down here, that means we can go west. Da, 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 da. Wellington's given up already. No, attack that boat, you wallies. Ah, watching Britain waste its navy is just so sad. Because Britain starts with Nelson, who's a 9-star admiral. 2 right he is. And he's really good. But they misuse him, I find. Because Britain is really well poised to just land on France straight away and attack their heart. But they never do. Or at the very least, move in and take out the Low Countries. That's such an easy first move. That's what I always do when I'm playing as Britain. I go liberate the Low Countries. Take those away from him. And hem him in. Right, let's get classical economics. Oh, mind you, the -1 happiness isn't nice. Let's get together. Right, so we now have conscription. I can now conscript people into my armies. But it has not gone down well with some people. That's why we're building these tax offices and things. I think that's the only region that hasn't liked it, Silesia, so the tax office should help. Let's check out again more of our roads. Get them built. Ooh, a logging camp, yeah. Yeah, I probably should get that logging camp built. And we now have an upgraded university. That's going to be really good because that's going to help get research things faster. And we've got some things built up in Prussia. That's good. There goes the thief of Europe himself, Napoleon. I am tempted to go after Hanover already. Well, I've had a half-decent ship. sell an army over here and start liberating these nice and early. Can we get a decent ship? Merchantman. Tell you what, the outkeep is so cheap, I'm happy to risk it. You just never know. I'd only need 2 turns to sail over that thing. Maybe 3? Or if I fought really hard and liberated Amsterdam, that would be the first one to do. Or Britain's there to keep them under control. Oh, it's George Elphinstone. Okay. It's an idea, isn't it? If we can rob France of these, that will hurt their income. This is not French, obviously, but it's an ally of theirs that's just trading with them. But if we could do the opposite, liberate them and have them trade with us instead, and all our allies, all the better for us. And I could probably start gearing this army up towards doing that. I wouldn't need all these skirmishers, that's for sure. He's got loads of skirmishers. Yeah, we don't need these. In fact, I could probably start disbanding some of these. If I don't plan on using them, I'm just paying a lot of money for nothing. I can hear you at the back. I know that they have their uses and everything. I'm not saying they're rubbish. It's just only in moderation. Plus, it saves us money in the short term. Okay, whoa. France is winning the prestige game. Not even going to look at that. But it doesn't really matter. I don't think there's even a prestige victory in this game. It's a nothing tab. It's just a leftover from an empire. It doesn't do anything. So, just checking everyone still likes us. They should do, because we're very non-threatening right now. We are genuinely a modest-sized country just trying to make its way in the world. It might be an idea. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to actually go do this. At least liberate... Oh, mind you, they're probably allied with France, aren't they? Yeah, so a war with them would mean war with France. But we can be ready for that. Another thing to potentially do is, after we do that, is go liberate Brittany. And go start Bourbon France up. Ah, finally they saw sense. There we go. Ugh, Russia, just truly a sleeping giant, just minning around doing its own thing. Those guys. Right. I remember when I was playing as Austria, Spain, who I rarely ever see do anything, actually threatened Vienna at one point. That's how badly my campaign was going at one point. I'm still not quite sure how we turned that around, quite frankly. I don't know how we survived that campaign. Alright, so let's keep building these. I'm going to probably prioritise the larger regions first. And then... yeah, let's start getting... unless it's there just anything at all that we can scrape together for these guys. I think Beluga's stolen everything. How much is... yeah, see, each unit is going to really eat into our income. And I don't want that. I really need that. At the moment, I need my money to be reinvested into the economy. Because we're not flush with cash at the moment. Ooh. Yep, let's get that there. Manufacturing. That's a good one to have. And we're researching classical economics. Yeah, that's going to be good. -1 happiness, though. Not nice. Alright, so we've got workers on strike here. If I lowered taxes, hypothetically, say the tax office doesn't do a good job, is that massively crippling my income? Not really. In fact, I'll do it now. How much? Okay, I'll reduce it one step because I think the trade-off is I get some growth as well, because I think you still get certain regions growing in this game? I'm sure regions still grow in this game. I'm sure they do. Oh, maybe they don't. No, I don't think they do actually. No. But we will reduce it because the next rebellion action by the working classes is going to be to damage building. So I'm going to have to spend money one way or the other. So I'm going to reduce taxes a bit. Get that stopped. Get that under control. Right, Austria and Ottoman war. Very mild at the moment. Very tepid. Okay. Look, Russia, if you're not going to do anything helpful, just stop doing all this. Okay. Excellent. Classical and economics has been researched. Oh, national debt. That's actually a good one to do next. Okay, our reforms have surpassed our expectations. Commerce and trade prospers, and many high-skilled individuals have entered the service of the crown. Rewarding on merit has profoundly increased our government's efficiency. Ah, well, I mean, that's just, you know. So look at all that lovely money we've got on ourselves as a bonus, which is everything in this early game. So what we will do is reinvest that into the remaining roads, I think. Whoever needs them. Sure, someone does. Danzig. Oh, that's it. Great. Okay, cool. And could build a merchant house here. And yeah, spend the rest. Maybe a farm or a farm or secret society. Can't be that secret then. And okay, it's got to be the farms. It's all I can afford. Is what it is. Such an port. Berlin goes there, and we've also got the tax office. That's good. I feel like there's a reason I don't massively like horse artillery. Yeah, there's a slight reduction in the skill. It's not enough to make it noticeable. Is that upkeep? Oh, the normal £6 have a lower upkeep. Yeah, okay, that's why I like them. I knew there was a reason. My lord. I wonder if... Do we send Blucher on a mad mission now? Do we have Blucher do that mission? And then Salem... I think we've got military access to these guys. We can send him all the way... At least liberate Amsterdam. That would be good. So I don't really have the cash spare to raise another 20 stack right now. Oh, look at all that lovely trade. Yeah, let's do national debt next and get upkeep down. That will be good. And then... Yeah, we need to get national census anyway to get mass mobilization, so it's also good to go for that. That's also just a purely good one. Reduces admin costs. Which I think is like... affects your profit margins in regions. And 2% global to total tax rate, also good to have. And with our upgrade university and all the gentlemen, we should be able to get those quite quickly. And during that time as well, our roads will be built, and then the infrastructure will be in place for a nice economy. After which, we pump into our army and go to war. Oh, Tyrol's fallen. See that? Tyrol's blue. Austria's been bitten. up to the same tricks they are in Empire, just moving little one army units around. Or one unit armies, rather. Well, the Ottomans haven't made gains yet into Austria, so something's going right for them, for the Austrians. Let's see, what shall we... Income's quite good. Shall I, if I reduce all the taxes back up? Oh my god! Okay, that's not good. Okay, I think I've aggressively researched. Oh no, mind you. I'll tell you what we can do then. I'll keep those low, that's fine. I will instead this turn upgrade government buildings. And get more repression. I'm not going to bother with like a revolution or anything like that. It's too messy. I'll just do that. Eventually we'll get technology which will increase happiness like this. Yeah, like trade unions, abolishing slavery, all that good stuff. So that'll be good. Ooh. Yeah, that's the one I like. Army Corps Organization. We'll do that soon. Okay, we have our ship. How far can it move in one turn? Not bad, so it would take 3 turns. 1, 2, 3 to sail over there. That's assuming we don't get molested on the way. But Blucher won't die, we just lose the army, which is, it's not a special army. We can build this back. We would lose the cuirassiers, so that's one thing. But can't make an omelette without cracking an egg, so... Yeah, economy's going fairly well. Once the roads are built, the infrastructure's going to be done. And what's quite good in this game is, you know, it's not like cities keep expanding indefinitely. You've got to keep building, like in the earlier games, which I like. It's just in this game it's different. Once you've upgraded like these to their max that you can do for a while, that's it. There's no more building to do, and then you can just save your money and have a bit of a war chest. And that's what I intend to do. I just want to get all the building done. I want to be assured that my home front is. Oh my days, there's a navy there. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more this is a stupid idea. I think it's a stupid idea. Unless Britain wants to attack them. I just can't see a way to the west without punching through Hanover. Because now that they have Bavaria, they're only one region away from Berlin. They just take Dresden and then Berlin's at their mercy. Ooh, national debt, there we go. So that's going to... we can now borrow recklessly and reduce upkeep costs. Excellent. National census. That might be, yeah, that'll be a good one, and then we can do mass mobilization. That'll be good. Yeah, lovely. We've got our roads built. This is not the final level roads. We have metalled roads, which you can do later, but that's not till that's more of an end game thing. Let's keep doing admin. Keep upgrading farms. It always feels like you've never built all your farms. There's always one more farm you've got to build up. Always, like a rule. Let's put in there. Yeah, that navy, that is quite dangerous. That's Villeneuve. Ooh. But danger's my middle name. Let's do this. On you go. Oh. Hang on. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Yeah. I always do this. I always get this bit wrong. So I move that in there. Now let's move things around. So you'll all go on the ships. Landwehr off. Blucher on. Yeah. It's not the easiest thing to get right first time, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, we don't want to declare war just yet. Oh, you know that. I'm so stupid. France isn't going to attack us because we're not at war with them. Damn, I am so stupid. So we're going to, yeah, go this way. So we have a choice. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to go for Brussels first, because we can land in their port and attack Brussels straight away. And I think if we can move this army up to their border with Hanover, with any luck, we could take that out at the same time before it gets built up. And I will just take these 2 Jaegers, or whatever they are, with us. And I'll leave that general behind to take command of Berlin. And just hope that we haven't poked a bear. Yeah, I'm going to move that over there because there's no harm in it. It just isn't. But yeah, look at this. It's making... Oh, actually, to be fair, Britain's blockading it, so they are doing a bit there at not giving it money, but they'll have a land route here. And Brussels, you can see, that's a pretty big city. Amsterdam's big. You take those 2 out, it's not bad. And Paris is only then right there. Just saying. It's really hard to take Paris. It's always well fortified, but, you know. Because I think the plan, if we take Brussels, right, liberate that, it won't be at war with France. Nelson's dead. So... Villeneuve has killed Nelson. What a reversal. But yeah, Belgium wouldn't be at war with France, so they wouldn't come in to try and attack us. Oh no, there's Nelson. And he's done it. He's taken out Villeneuve. All order is restored. The universe is unfolded as it should. So that's alright. Okay, that definitely opens the route for us as well. We're going to do what's called a pro-gamer move. Anyway, yeah, more of these are being built. That's excellent. I'll keep up. I think I build up the government, but just £1 short of another one. Figures. I will keep upgrading those buildings because they help keep people happy. And maybe opera houses too. Although it wouldn't be the worst idea. Just get a couple more infantry to help fight here. Because even the armed citizenry are going to be a bugger to fight. So let's do that. Horatio Nelson. Horatio. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of clamour for reform right now. We need to get those admin buildings built. But yeah, once those are built, that will help. One hopes. Diplomacy. I think if we go to war with France as well, that's going to also make everyone really happy with us. And if we liberate, that doesn't paint us too much as an expander. I think you get an immediate... So I think I saw this in Austria, in my Austria campaign. You take a region, and before you liberate it, you technically occupy it, right? So you do take something of a diplomatic hit with regions, with nations there. Yes, do it! Do it! Oh, what are you doing? That was an open goal and you missed. And then you liberate it. And then it starts to decrease over time. If that makes any sense at all. So you can't completely avoid expansion penalties on diplomacy, but you can minimise it by liberating, because then it'll go down again. It will count back down. Because you'll have, like, you know, you take a region and there's a negative modifier with other regions, and then every turn after that you don't have it anymore, it goes down and down and down until it disappears. That is the worst way anyone has ever explained that rule, but that is how it works. Okay. World's been built. And getting more and more stuff. Yeah, let's keep upgrading admin. I'm always just a bit short of a second admin building. Mind you, I think we have started the building of most of them anyway. Yeah, I think we're okay there. And then here, as a bat, we get Get the opera house built. I feel like Jaws. Oh my days. Amsterdam's not going to go down without a fight. Well, there's a lot of militia though. Thing is, actually, no, I've got a better idea. No, we should go for Amsterdam first. Because I don't think this army can reach. And if we take that army out, that army dies. That's how it works in these early games. You take out their last region, their army dies. And then from there, we can move on to here, take that, liberate that, pick up, leave. And or we can push on. You know, I don't think I want to. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't know. Depends. I'm hoping that most of their might has been thrown east. And then there's not much left in France. It would be really good to liberate these, though. Because as you can see, look how much money it's making them. Okay, 647, but it's a very wealthy city. And trade with France, 395. But yeah, it all adds up, believe me. So we want to avoid that. Is that Wellington? Or is that Wellington? I wonder if he's picked up Wellington. How cool. Where do you think they're going? Do you think they're going to Denmark, maybe? I don't know. But they really had a chance there to take these. Oh well. Okay, well I think I'll start winding it there down now, guys. I think we've done a pretty good first episode. And I think next turn, what I'm going to do is simultaneously attack Amsterdam. If we can attack Amsterdam without provoking France, all the better. I wonder if you can do the join war thing in this. Let's have a look. Alliance required to join wars. Oh, I thought we were allied already. Hang on. How rude. Okay. Joining war against Batavian Republic. Okay, we can do it there. That works. And then we can take out the Batavian Republic in a lightning strike, provided we win the battle, which I think we should. I'm seeing militias and stuff. Should be easy. And just, yeah, take that out. And then if we can take Brussels out soon after, that would be great. And I might even liberate Reims. And then we can possibly start liberating France and all that stuff. Just keep our front secured here. Because we're quite surrounded by allies. And that will slow them. And I think they're going this way. Oh, Zagreb's falling. So, yeah, I think we want to do something about France. So we just don't want them to build up. We just don't. If I was Britain, I wouldn't care. Because we'd be safe. But them expanding eastward brings them closer to us, and we don't want that. So, okay, yeah, join me next time, guys, when we attempt to liberate some of the Low Countries, and at the same time build up our economy a little bit more, and perhaps look at striking at France before they strike at us. So don't miss any of it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.